Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to make these wind spinner sublimation blanks like this one. They're very fun to make and they don't take a lot of time. Could be a little bit confusing if you don't know what you're doing. So that's why I'm here. I want to tell you exactly what materials you'll need first of all. So the first thing you'll need is a sublimation printer with sublimation ink. You can't use the regular printer. It has to be a dedicated sublimation printer with sublimation ink. And I could put recommendations right now on the screen for the printer that I use. And now I'll put the recommendation for the sublimation ink, and both of these will be down below in the description if you want to use them. You'll also need a sublimation heat press, right? So you can use common ones are Cricut. I actually found one on Amazon that's pretty cheap. It's one that you press down and it's very good. It does the trick, and I could put it down below as well. And I'm really happy with it, so you can see it for yourself and see if you like it. The third thing that you'll need is dedicated sublimation paper. I specifically bought the letterhead size. That's the best one for my printer. And this is again the EcoJet that you probably saw below. And in terms of the sublimation paper, I will also put it on the screen now and in the description below. This is the one that I use and I love. Number 4 is you'll need parchment paper. So get that handy before we start this video and process. The purpose of the parchment paper is to just protect your surroundings and your desk and the heat press from the ink kind of moving all over the place. So it's good to have, and I'll show you very soon exactly how I use the parchment paper. Finally, you'll need to use heat resistant tape, and this is very easy, it takes a few seconds. And if you got one of my Luxiris Wind Spinners from Amazon, I actually give you a free heat resistant tape in your kind of purchase, just to make it easy for you so you don't have to waste more tape or go ahead and buy an extra thing. So I thought that'd be great, and I included that in every single purchase. And again, if you're interested in the Luxiris Wind Spinners, I'm biased of course, but I do think they're the best ones on the market. You can see the link down below and I'll put that as well. So without further ado, I want to get started, and I want to show you this next step of how we can actually take the design and print it. So let's go to my computer screen. Awesome guys, so we're actually on my computer now, and I would like to show you how to actually print your design of choice, just because I know it could be confusing sometimes. So what I recommend you guys do, maybe you have a preferred software of choice, but I personally like Canva. It's free to use and just easy to use as well. So what you can do is you can go to canva.com, make an account, create a design, and then you're gonna search up for letterhead. This is the paper that we use, and it'll be easy to kind of put our design on it because we already have the dimensions here. So now that we have the blank paper, what I want you to do is to paste your design of choice. Maybe you drag it from a file, but just paste it. And once we paste it, this is actually my design of choice. Just make sure that it's the right size. So the size that I kind of like for this paper is 8.5 width by 8.5 height. This just ensures that there's enough bleed room for the 8-inch spinner. If you're using the 10-inch, it's obviously going to be bigger and it's not going to be this letterhead size, so you will have to experiment. We're using the letterhead and the 8-inch spinner for this video, and that is what I'm going to go off of. And actually this design is one of the designs that are available if you purchase one of the Luxiris wind spinners. And this is my brand of wind spinners. And yes, you can choose whichever one you want. And if you're interested in the wind spinners, they're on Amazon, and I could put the link down below. And yeah, I hope you'll enjoy these free designs that come with it. And just one small thing, if you haven't purchased the Luxiris Wind Spinner, I will offer this design down below for free so you can download it. So I hope that helps. I can't put everything just because that is what I offer if you purchase one of my products. But because you're watching this video, I thought, I can include at least one really good design that I absolutely love. And this is actually the one that we're going to make in this video. Awesome. So just one thing to note before we actually print this design onto the sublimation paper, just understand that it wouldn't look exactly like this when you kind of put it on the spinner. Actually, if you want it to look like this, exactly like this, you need to flip it horizontally. And just to show you, for example, right, if we put high and you want to sublimate this, it wouldn't look like this. You would need to, again, horizontally kind of flip it because that's the way it mirrors when you print the sublimation. Awesome, so we mirrored it. It's going to look exactly the opposite of this. The pineapple is kind of going to be on the right-hand side when we print it. It's going to flip. And that's fine, that's how I want it. So now I'm going to press on share, and I'm going to download, and I'm going to see you on the other side. Awesome guys, so step 1 and 2 is done. This was basically to get the design ready, which we have over here. Step number 3 is to basically take your wind spinner blank out of the plastic cover. And don't forget that it also contains this hook that we can use later. But basically you can clean it now if you have a cloth, just to wipe off any dirt or oils that you may have. And just understand that this spinner does not have a protective film like most competitors do. We found that this cover by itself keeps your spinner safe and clean, and you don't need that extra step of peeling another protective film that's very thin and very difficult, and just, you know, it's a hassle. So we removed it altogether with the Luxiris Wind Spinner. Again, that's down below. Yeah, so there's nothing to peel here. So basically after you clean it, we're gonna move on to the next step. So for the next step, we'll need the heat resistant tape, we'll need the parchment paper, just like I told you in the wind spinner, and of course the design. What we want to do is we want to position the spinner onto the design. Once that's positioned, we want to include and put the heat resistant tape onto it. Awesome, so now it's secure with the heat resistant tape, and we're gonna put it inside the parchment paper. And as I said, doing this will protect the dye from transferring anywhere else that it shouldn't. Awesome, so it's ready, and let's get the sublimation heat press and show you exactly what we'll do there. Awesome, so I have this sublimation heat press ready. Again, the same one I bought from Amazon. It has kind of this protective cover that won't transfer onto my desk. And what you want to make sure, to preheat it, obviously, and it needs to be at 385 Fahrenheit. And you will press it and apply medium pressure for 225 seconds on each side. Awesome, so now we're going to put the sublimation paper in the sublimation wind spinner, and we're going to press it down. We're going to start the timer, and I'll show you on the other side how it goes. Awesome, so the 225 seconds have passed. I let it cool down a little bit, so around 30 minutes have passed. So it should be all cool now and good. So as you see, it's right here. So we're going to peel it off now, and I will show you exactly what it looks like. So I'm about to peel it, as you see, and let's see how it looks. Wow, would you look at that? We're going to take off the tape, but I'm telling you, the quality looks amazing. Look at that. So yeah, we're basically all ready. Now that you're finished up, you can put the included hook onto it, or you can finish up the other side that still needs to be done. But anyway, we have a nice looking spinner, and you can open it up, of course, hang it up, however you want. And yeah, so enjoy the spinner. And you see, it wasn't really that hard. It was very easy to do. I hope that helped you guys, and we'll see you next time.